is Tuesday, June 14th, approximately 7:15 in the evening, and this is my Deutz Karashigoi. Had him for I think about 8 years now. Definitely has put on some size since I first got him. I'm going to get a quick measure up now just to see a quick inspection to see what he's doing here. Okay, so he is 24 inches. Definitely a wonderful fish. I had actually hoped he would get a bit larger lengthwise and chill out a little bit more, but being the male, I guess he stayed certainly on the thinner side. I just wish he was a bit longer, but he's doing very, very well. So I'm going to get him in the pond with the others, and then go back and get a couple more after I do a couple of photos of this one. I will be back with you shortly. This is my Deutz Uchiba female. She is one of the ones that is turning 22 years old this year. An absolutely amazing fish. One of the first ones that always comes up for feeding. Turn around there for a moment. An absolute sweetheart of a fish. Just so docile. Get a little excited coming up in the sock net. So she's not happy. She does tend to bleed from the gills a little bit each time I move her, so that's why the water's gone a bit cloudy there. So I'm going to get a quick measure up while you're watching. Okay, and she comes in at 25 inches as well. So I'm going to pause things there, get a couple of photos, get her into the pond, and I'll go get one more to bring out. Be back with you shortly. And here we have my Kuchibene Sanke. This one I believe is about 9 years old. I got it when it was a Nisai. I've had it for 7 years now, so that would make it make it 9 years in total. Again, a very nice fish. It's a little stressed from moving it from downstairs to upstairs, so the Seroji might look a little bit pink at the moment, but it is definitely a very nice white color, excellent red. The sumi on it is a really, really good dark sumi. I'm going to just swing the camera around a little bit, swing the fish over, and get a measurement up for you as well, so bear with me for a moment here. And this one is just shy of 23 inches. It's probably doubled or more in size since I originally got it. And we'll certainly be doing better once it gets out in the pond here, where it will be in the next few minutes. So again, a very nice fish. I'm very pleased with it. And I will update some more videos when I move some more out later this week. Good morning to you all. It is Thursday morning at approximately 8:30 a.m. The temperature here at the moment is 23, although feeling like 27 with the humidity. And we're expecting some thunderstorms a bit later on today. You can see the sky is definitely overcast. With the humidity this afternoon, the temperature is supposed to peak somewhere in the upper 30s. Around 38 is the last that I've heard, so it's going to be very warm, actually very hot, humid and uncomfortable. So I'm trying to get a bit of work done out here to get the EazyPods cleaned on the pond this morning. One problem that I am having is that the fitting that connects the valve here to the air ring in the bottom of the EazyPod has broken, and you can see there in my hand this piece snapped off. I did try to bodge something by putting some tape on the end of this tube and fitting it down into the filter, but as you can all imagine, those of you especially who have EazyPods, access into that area is extremely limited, and I can get my hand down there, but not enough room to work. And the stainless steel kind of cage inside the EazyPod that holds the coldness in place is not removable, at least as far as I can tell, making it pretty much impossible for me to get to that fitting. So what I have done instead, and I'm hoping this is going to work, I've put together this little device here. It's made out of what they call CPVC piping. This is 1/2-inch pipe. I have drilled a number of small holes into it. This fitting, or this pipe here, is where this one is going to be inserted, and this is only push fit together so I can get it in. The idea is to lower it underneath the Y piece here, hook it together, get it to the bottom of the coldness media with this tube in it, and then hopefully that will provide the aeration that I cannot access via the standard EazyPod fitting. I will take a look at it in the winter once filters are not running, and seeing if there is a way I can take the innards of the EazyPod out and get a proper elbow in there. But in the interim, hopefully this is going to work. The pods definitely need to be cleaned. I did a partial one the other day on this one. This one, again, because of the air issues, just wouldn't clean, and I know it is dirty. So I'm going to get my little device in place, hook it up, and see if it's going to agitate the media for me. And I will come back to you in a few moments to let you see whether it's working or not. Well, my little DIY fitting is working reasonably well. I know it's a bit of a dead spot on the one side. I'm going to have to tweak it slightly, but I am getting a good boil out of it for the most part, and hopefully that will clean the bulk of the media in here. I'll adjust the fitting a little bit later on, and as I say, I will have to tweak it a little bit later to see if I can balance it out a little more evenly from an airflow perspective. But this is a temporary fix for now. At least I can get things clean. If any of you EazyPod owners out there have had a similar issue with the fittings breaking or coming loose deep down in the pod, and have an easy fix or solution that would help to eliminate that from happening, or be able to give me an idea on how I can get in there to fix it with the proper pieces, please let me know in the comments below. It would be very, very much appreciated. As I said, this is kind of working for now. You can see the water there is extremely dirty. Because as I said, with that breaking, I haven't been able to do a proper clean on the pod. So that's running now. And with 6 fish in the pond at the moment, I want to make sure things are working. I will be bringing the others out hopefully tomorrow, which is Friday, and getting them in the pond as well. The other EazyPod here, if I have it boiling at the same time, I just don't get the agitation that I need to do a thorough cleaning. So I'm going to clean this one, clean and drain a couple of times, move the fitting around to get a good clean on it, and then I will clean the second one and make sure that it is working as well. And the goal, I say this morning, was just to get things going before it gets too hot and unbearable to be working out here. So I am going to, as I say, continue. I'll let that boil for a while. I'll get this other one boiling and see what happens from there. In case any of you are wondering, this pipe, which is just across here, is actually the airline supply to the EazyPods. It's hooked up to my EA pump here and just kind of runs along the wall there. I haven't secured it, as you can see, to the wall yet. That will be coming soon, and hopefully, as I said, this will make a huge difference in the cleanliness of the filter. The moving beds are doing really well. Not 100% movement in there yet, still a bit of a dead spot, but they are doing very well, and I'm quite happy with that. Once I have the fish out and have things sorted a little more in here, I will give you a quick run through of how my filter system is set up, pending the installation of the new components that I'm presently working on. But priority number one today was just getting this and the other EazyPod here cleaned and back into service. But as I said, if anybody has comments on how to best gain access to that fitting at the bottom of the EazyPod so that I can get in there and put the proper fitting in, I would definitely order one from Evolution Aqua, get it in place and get this set up properly. So any assistance you can provide, you EazyPod owners, would be very much appreciated. Thank you very, very much for your time, your suggestions, which I hope will follow, and I will get back to you in another video tomorrow morning when I move the fish out. Thank you all. Stay tuned. It is Friday, June 17th, about 9 a.m. in the morning, and this is my Ginrin Surigoi. I've had it for an extremely long time. This is one of the oldest fish that I have in the pond, and just bringing it out today to get it in with the others in the pond. So I'm going to do a quick measure up and then take a couple of photos and then go back and get another one from indoors and bring it outdoors. So bear with me for a moment while I do my measuring. And this one measures in at 26 inches long. So I'm going to pause things there for a moment, get a couple of photographs, and then put it in the pond. And I will be back with you with another fish in a few moments. And this is my Ginrin female Chagoi. She does get upset when she gets moved, and she is bleeding from the gills a little bit now. Which she does every time I move her. First time she did that, I panicked, not knowing what to expect. I'm over that now because she does it every time, and she's fine within a few minutes. Very big girl, as you can see. I'm going to give her a measure up and get her in the pond, and hopefully you can see the size of her here. Low, I know, I should say low, sorry. I know you're a Chag fan. You would definitely love this girl. One of my favorites in the pond. So I'm going to, as I said, do that measure up now, and I'll get her into the pond with the others so she doesn't continue to be stressed. And she is coming in just shy of 28 inches. So I'm going to get her in the pond now. I'll change out some of this water so that I can have a clearer shot when I bring the other couple of fish out. So I will be back with you in a moment after I take a couple of photos of her. Alright, this is the final black one I have in my collection. This was also born in my other pond a number of years ago. It has grown fairly well. Unlike the one previously in the video, this is a fully scaled koi. Again, I'm thinking just Karasagoi, just based on the coloration, which is pretty much all black. So I'm going to do a measure up and see how large this one is. I'm thinking in around the 20-inch range. I will verify that in just a moment, get it into the pond, and then I have one more to come out, and that will be it for the fish coming outdoors this year. So bear with me for a moment, and I will do a measure up on this one. Okay, this one comes in at 21 inches, so it has grown a little bit since the last time I measured a couple of years ago. I'm going to pause things here, get a couple of photographs, get it into the pond, and then go get the final one to bring out. This is the final one that's going to be going into the pond this summer, bringing it to 10 in total. This is my Deutz Ochiba. He's a male. This one is also turning 22 years old this year. Gorgeous butterfly. I'm not a huge fan of the butterfly koi, but on when I saw this one as a Nisai, I just could not resist. Love the pattern. Love the fact that it's got just a beautiful scale line down the dorsal. An absolutely amazing fish, at least in my opinion. So I'm going to do a measure up here, and then we'll get it into the pond after a couple of photos. So bear with me again for a few moments while I do the measuring. Thank you. And this one is coming in at 28 inches. I think certainly a lot of that is to do because of the length of the tail. But like I said, just a gorgeous fish. Tail has a little bit of veining in it at the moment because it did get a bit stressed coming up from the indoor pond. So I'm going to get it out with the others here and let it enjoy the company of the rest. And then this afternoon, once I know everybody here is doing well, I'm going to get into the indoor pond, remove the gates that I have separating the sturgeon from the koi, so they have the benefit of the entire pond to swim around for the summer. I still have 4 small koi in the pond, 2 Nisai and 2 Tosai, that I'm going to leave indoors this year with the sturgeon, try and get a bit of growth on them in there. And because of their size, they would be very difficult to catch in this pond, so I'm going to leave them in for this year. So I will bring you some more updates very soon on how things are doing, and thank you again for watching. If you haven't already done so, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and as always, please feel free to leave any comments you have below. Thank you.